It is day 19 of Veda, and here's something I shot, I don't know, maybe I'll put a caption on the screen telling when I shot it.
I'm here at the UEC Theater, and I've got my ticket printed out for the Riff Tracks live
Via satellite
showing of Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. I've never actually seen this film. I've read about it. I've seen clips and reviews. It is a quickly and cheaply made children's mall matinee movie. This may require some context. During the 60s and 70s, shopping malls sprang up, and those malls had theaters where parents would dump their children and then go off shopping, sometimes for several hours, because I'm pretty sure this was back before they started clearing movie theaters after the showings. I'm pretty sure that started with Star Wars. This, of course, required quick and cheap films, and some of them were imports, which probably had high budgets by the standards of Mexico or whatever, and then there was this one. It's actually a framing piece, so they can stick a movie in there under the context that Santa Claus is telling a story, and thus add a Christmas theme to films that have nothing to do with Christmas. Now, the film originally and usually associated with Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny is Thumbelina, not the Don Bluth version, which I also haven't seen, but from what clips and reviews, isn't that good either. But the Don Bluth film is probably 1,000 times better than this. The live-action film, the other film was Jack the Giant Killer, I believe. Probably if it is the version I'm thinking of, then it's probably the musical version, which it's actually the same movie. They just decided to add songs, so people, I guess, I don't know, I never saw that film, but I heard it's called an ersatz musical. So apparently speech became song somehow, or maybe, I don't know. But, well, we'll see. I'm assuming this is Thumbelina. I'll let you know when I'm out of there. Getting a little better with the light here, huh? At least you can see me. At least it's better than using these things, huh? I'll see you when I get back out of the theater. Well, that was certainly better than choir practice. Hope my mom doesn't watch this. Okay, I think I got the lighting a tiny bit better. Well, I was wrong. It wasn't Jack the Giant Killer that was the alternate movie. It was Jack and the Beanstalk. And this was a particularly bad version. Well, right? Which I could almost swear was shot in 2-strip Technicolor, except it was clearly made in the 70s. And it was hilarious, the riffing they gave it. And apparently the giants sublet from a castle made for slightly larger giants. And the prop designer was told, "You need a golden harp. Here's 11 cents. You have 3 minutes. And there were also some Christmas-related shorts. Santa Claus, well, I guess it's supposed to be Santa Claus's story, but they spelled it S', so apparently it's the plural of Santa Claus. I don't know. It was about monkeys that are sometimes chimps. No, really. Also pretzels. And there was Custard the Dragon, a rather bizarre adaptation of a rather bizarre Ogden Nash poem, and it's lighting around, whatever. Actually, the way this lighting is, it almost looks like the color palette for Jack and the Beanstalk. I don't know, let's see here. Not orange enough. And K. Gordon Murray's Santa's Christmas Village. Now, K. Gordon Murray was the importer/producer of some of the El Santo movies, where his name was changed to Samson, and also the infamous Mexican Santa Claus film, and this included some stock footage from that. Apparently, K. Gordon Murray had a bunch of Santa Claus villages all around the country, and this included the skunk, and I don't know if it's probably supposed to be the same wolf from the Little Red Riding Hood movies. And, oh, incidentally, I think I may have seen the Mexican Tom Thumb film, of which the third Little Red Riding Hood film was a spin-off, kind of a Team Them Up sequel, kind of like Sandai Kaiju Chikyusai Daikesen. Yes, I am old enough to remember the days of the aforementioned children's matinee crap fests, I actually saw a Tom Thumb movie in a mall theater. My parents didn't abandon me there. They watched it with me. I don't remember too much about it except that this one character, I think he was Tom Thumb's father, I don't know, is lost in the forest or somewhere in winter, and he sees a hedgehog and he imagines the hedgehog roasting on a spit in a animated cartoon thought bubble. Film's live action, of course. And I remember there being a giant who didn't seem all that giant. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if his size varied. And when he was asked he was hungry, yes. And we asked, are you thirsty? I'm always thirsty! And that is all I remember about that movie. I wonder if there's a riff tracks of that. Fade out. Yeah, look at this. I took a bit of a wrong turn here going home.
In 0.5 miles, take exit 78B.
Yes, thank you, Miss Carmen. There it is, a little bit closer. Yeah, actually too close. Yeah, I gotta clean the screen again. Well, I finally made it back. I wish I would have kept the camera running, except I had a hard enough time driving with both hands on the wheel. It wanted me to turn left onto, I think it was an overpass. Well, anyone who's used a GPS has probably had a similar experience. Then it wanted me to turn right and drive around a block and then go back the way I came, which would have worked, actually, except for some reason the road was closed. I almost wonder if they just closed the road because they didn't want people using their block to turn around after missing that left turn that wasn't there. Or actually, maybe it was a conspiracy against me. Yeah, that sounds much more logical. Anyway, there were two more things I wanted to mention. I'm going to have to edit out a lot of coughing here. The first thing was kind of unavoidable, and that was I sometimes had trouble hearing the movie over the laughter. What a terrible problem to have, right? Actually, I almost never had trouble hearing the riffs. I think it was just that it wasn't that the movie was quiet, it was that the movie was muddled. I mean, to quote Kevin Murphy, 30s Popeye muttered less than this film. And the other thing's a bit more bigger of a complaint here. Convenience fee, $1. Yeah, I ordered the ticket online, and they charged me a $1 convenience fee. This makes even less sense than the $1 convenience fee if you order a ticket over the phone. Mark Evanier wrote a bit about that. I'll link it in here if I can remember. But basically, the excuse is, well, we need to pay for the phone and the person to answer the phone, so therefore, offering you this convenience costs us money. And Mark's response was, having a phone and someone to answer the phone is part of the cost of doing business. And, well, they have a website. Yeah, having a website is part of the cost of doing business. That's really all I wanted to say. I don't know, I'd like to go to more Fathom events. It's fun. Kind of wish I would have other people to go with. If nothing else, it would make more interesting videos with fewer awkward pauses that I have to edit out. Like this one. Well, I said I edited it out. Hey, look what I found at Sheetz. Kind of late.
I think I got some shaving cream in my mouth. Wonder how that got there.